Yes, well, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Sky Blue Fans TV, the M69 Derby. Oh, my word, is this weekend going to be a banger? Well, we're hoping it's going to be a banger, especially for the Sky Blues anyway. Yes, I'm Milesy. I'm your host for this evening. We have a panel tonight of our usual suspects with Jack and Vicky, which we'll get on very soon. And we also have another Jack joining us this evening as well. From the final whistle, our Leicester fan is going to give us the lowdown on what to expect this weekend for the 12:30 kickoff. And not only that, we have a special guest joining us, which we'll talk about that in just a second. But let's get the usual suspects in. Let's get Jack in. Good evening, Jack.
Evening, Marzi. You all right?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Let's bring in Vicky. Good evening, Vicky.
Evening.
Evening. Now, our next guest, wow, he travels the world with the Jack Pack all over the place. And I mean all over the place. Dubai at New Year. Oh, my word, that looked good. Them videos looked ace. He even covers Coventry and Warwickshire for his solo act. But they say that he looks like a pop star. Not only that, they say he dresses like a pop star. And not only that, he sounds like a pop star. Give a big welcome to Jordan Willaims. Good evening, Jordan.
Cheers, Miles, for that. Appreciate it.
Were you under Louis?
No. When I did the X Factor, I was in Cheryl's category. So, no.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd do the Louis thing.
But it was very good. I just wanted the accent, but Claudio's not here, so no.
I can't do an Irish accent. Only potatoes.
I do Claudio.
give him a ring quick.
So, welcome everyone. Got a big weekend ahead of us. I want to come to Jordan first though, because Jordan came on. You come on towards the beginning of the season. We haven't really spoke much. Seen you out and about, come to see your shows and everything. But what have you made to the season so far, mate?
It's brilliant, isn't it? I mean, obviously, without the recency bias in it, we can't be anything other than buzzing that we are in this position at this time of the year, going into the new year, top of the league, with a little bit of breathing space as well. Obviously, recently, and I say recently, since probably the middle of October, performances haven't been great, but we've still been picking up results here and there. I think it's the January window couldn't have come quick enough, because you could see from some of the benches we were putting out, we were dead on our feet. But overall, absolutely buzzing with the season. It's been an absolute pleasure. At home, we look fantastic. Obviously, it was just Ipswich game at home where we didn't. But I think a lot of it can go down to the flu virus that was in the camp, the illness, the injuries. There can be excuse for one bad result at home compared to how many amazing evenings and Saturday afternoons they've given us.
Yeah, I mean, the start of the season, it was a bit stop-start as well, wasn't it? With such a small squad that we've got, there was 4 international breaks in there. Do you think that helped us with the squad size to really give us a good push to get us to this position?
Yeah, totally. I mean, as a Cov fan, every international break, we were going into it thinking, oh, that'll be the end of it now. Our momentum's going to be killed. And we were expecting to come out of the international break and not be the same team that we were going into it. But that they totally surpassed our expectations, and they came out flying. And if one of them wasn't doing the business, someone else stepped up. So we need to get back to that sort of mentality of, it's a team sport. It's not just we're not that team we were a couple of years ago when we had the superstar names and we were just trying to get them the ball and see what we could do with it. With getting it up to Vic as soon as possible. Now it's a case of Torp stepping up. You've got Asante, who, let's be honest, last year we were all ready to drive him to Blackburn last January. And look at him now. We can't wait for him to be back. So there's just players stepping up mentality-wise. They look really strong. And I think I don't buy into the whole defence thing as well. I think the defence have been let down by people in front of them with the press in a lot of occasions. And that's probably why we've been a bit leaky recently. I think the defence at the start of the season were amazing. I mean, look at that run that ended at Pompey away, which I was at, with the run with the record amount of minutes without conceding. Absolutely phenomenal. Rushworth's been inspired. I think, back to front, we can be really proud of all of them.
And I mean, what do you put it down to?
Lampard.
Yeah.
He's a winner. He's an absolute winner throughout his career. his aura. I mean, I've met him a couple of times now, and just the minute you meet him, it's rare to get starstruck by somebody because they're just a bloke. But that he's just got this aura about him, and I want to run through a brick wall for him. Never mind the players. You know what I mean? Like he's just got this, and he's a born winner. He's a really likable bloke. If he's on your side, it seems like half the championship have got beef with him, but I don't understand that. But he's just he's instilling this confidence in players that, you know, they came back into pre-season fit. They're working hard, and it's not just Lampard. It's Joe Edwards. It's Chris Jones. It's Claire Marie Roberts. It's the whole team behind the scenes. And I think it's just that mentality of pushing the club forward. And I'm pretty sure there's players that you can't really name many that haven't improved under him. And that is worth more than going out and spending 7-8 million on a new player. The ones you've got at the club that are professional athletes, get them up a level, and you're saving your money, and they're paying dividends right now.
I mean, you mentioned about the January transfer window couldn't come soon enough. I mean, are you pleased with what we've done so far? Because the 2 new signings came in quite quick.
Absolutely. I mean, Yang immediately. I listen to a lot of like random championship podcasts and stuff when I'm driving here, there, and everywhere, because I just can't listen to music when I'm in the car. I'm surrounded by it all day, every day. So it's podcast for me all the way. And when I've listened to yours first, obviously, I'm always then jumping on. And although I can't stand the blokes on the second tier reported a couple of weeks before we signed him that Real Madrid were looking at him as a future prospect. There was Real Madrid. There was a few clubs around Europe that were looking at Yang as a future prospect, because the reports from South Korea were that this guy could be the closest thing they've had profile-wise at his age to Son Heung-min. So very good.
I think he got Young Player of the Year or something for South Korea, which was great. And what about Esse? I mean, you know, he obviously was looking for a little move on a loan because Crystal Palace had signed Johnson. What about him? Do you rate him?
I mean, rated him when he was at Millwall. He's got championship experience, and just in the time that we saw him in the Stoke game, he just looked like he was forward. Every time he got the ball, he was taking it on the half term. It wasn't a case of playing the easy option. He was wanting to take players on, and I really liked him in the middle, in the number 10 role. Obviously, he's a natural winger, but I think it's nice that we've got that versatility there, and that's where we were crying out for players across that 3 behind the striker. And we've just got 2 in straight off the bat, which was really key. You don't want to be waiting until the end of January to do it. So Esse looks a player.
Yeah, and I think it's good that they've come in this early. They had a little bit of a warm up with the team last week against Stoke, so they've had 2 weeks of training with the players now. So hopefully it will bond them a little bit better as well. Because especially Yang, he looked I don't know if you've seen the videos of him in the kitchen and stuff where they were having their breakfast and stuff. He looked a little bit shy, didn't he? So I'm hoping that Ben Wilson
he put about 4 beans on his plate because I think he's been all right. Wasn't spooning it all on, just a couple of beans.
Just took it all on there. And
then he's 19. Like, do you remember it being 19? Like, I think going into a new environment, it's daunting, isn't it? So I think it's so hard with all like the footage that we get. You read so much into it, but he's a kid and he's a professional footballer. He's in a new country. Yeah, he's had a bit of experience at a couple of clubs, and he's probably very desperate for this one to work out because Pompey didn't suit the way he played. So it's definitely a forward move from Spurs to identify that he needed to be at a team that suit his way of playing.
Yeah, I think with him being at Pompey, I think, you know, that they're trying to survive, and, you know, they don't play free-flowing passing football really to try and survive, to stay in this league, as we know from the defeat there last season. But you're right. I think coming into this team, being top of the table with the way we play, it should suit him quite nicely, because it suits EMC, doesn't it? And, you know, he's a great replacement on that side for EMC.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. I think it's just having that option, isn't it? Because who did we have? We were playing Rodoni out wide. He's not a winger. So we needed those options, and I'm glad that we've gone in early and got them, like I say.
And before we get on to some comments, Is there anywhere else you would like to see us strengthen?
Centre midfield, I think, is key. One of those three positions. I think obviously the number 10, I think we're all right. So it's probably one of the two holding midfielders. You guys have said it numerous times. What happens if Grimes goes down? And we all think he's made of steel and he's not going to, because he hasn't for 10 years. But he's getting older and anything can happen. It can just be a freak accident, a freak injury. If anything was to happen to Grimes, I think we're in deep trouble, because he's the heartbeat of the team. We certainly missed him against Stoke, and much needed rest for him there. But there's definitely that, and the option for someone to play against him, alongside him, because Torp, as much as we slagged off Ben Sheaf for his injury record, Torp's probably about on par. He misses 1 in every 5 games, I think the stat was. So you're looking across that. He can't rely on him throughout a whole campaign. So getting someone in central midfield, I think, would be perfect. Like I said earlier, I think defence, I think we've proven that defence is good enough. It's just the press has got to be right. The system's got to be right for them to thrive. There's no point in them trying to play the offside trap if the energy's not there. We saw it against Birmingham. The energy wasn't there from Milan to get up to the line. He was absolutely dead on his feet. So the offside trap was null and void, and they just ran through us. So I think if the energy's there in the team and the press is starting from the front, then the defence is sound. I think it's just the middle of the park. And we, like Vicky said a million times, we don't need another striker. Look how many goals we're scoring. The lads up top, I don't buy into Hadji Wright's not going to score again until the end of the season. He's a purple player. He'll hit a purple patch. He'll go on a little run at some point. Sims is the guy with the shirt, surely, at the minute, because he's a lot better and playing a lot better than Hadji Wright. And it's up to Hadji to wrestle it back from him. It's World Cup year. If he can't motivate himself for that, then it's up to him, isn't it? And it'll be his loss if he doesn't make it. Because if we go up, we'll replace him. Simple as that.
The thing is, for me with Hadji, is I'm disappointed that he's gone through this patch, because, you know, he wants to be in the World Cup. He wants to play for USA. And the way he's playing at the moment, he's not even going to get a sniff, is he, to be honest? No,
I don't think he will. But, I mean, you're looking at the options that the USA have got. Josh Sargent's hardly turning up trees. And I think the lad from Derby's doing quite well. But he's probably he doesn't seem to have that mentality, that real, like Gyökeres had, of that absolute killer drive and determination to make himself better. Doesn't seem to have it. And that's what really surprises me, why Lampard keeps picking him, because Lampard has had that. And he had to work for everything he got in his career. And if he's not seeing that work ethic, then I'm very surprised he's picking him. But maybe he's seeing it behind the scenes. Maybe we're just seeing what's happening on the surface and not everything that's going on behind the scenes. So you never know. We've got to stick by all of the team. It's not the time to be, like slagging them all off at this point. We've got to be as one and to get over the line. And like I say, if he's not done the business come the end of the season and we're a Premier League team, he'll be off, won't he? There's no way he's going to stick around for that.
No. I said who did I speak to the other day? I spoke to someone about Hadji Wright, and I says, you never know what's going on in his life off the pitch. No. You know, there might be something going on with his life off the pitch that's upsetting his rhythm, upsetting the way he is, and that can change people's mentality. It can all change. Like with Sims last season, he went on a dry patch and he just had a baby. Maybe he weren't sleeping at night, so his head wasn't in the right place. So maybe something's happening in his life that nobody knows about, and Frank's probably playing him to keep him happy, to try and give him the boost. And at the moment it's not working, but you never know. It might all start happening on Saturday, which fingers crossed. So one last question to you then we're going to get the comments in. Last question. We're not going to let this slip, are we?
No, of course we're not. Let's be positive. Of course we're not. But we're COF fans. We're the most negative bunch. We just think the worst because we've seen it. And especially over the last 3 or 4 years, we've been the nearly team. We've been the team in different competitions that everyone's felt sorry for. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for us this season. I want them to hate us because we've gone up. So, yes, we will do it. Yes.
Oh, man, please. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
Especially
if
rumours are true on certain people coming back to the club. That wouldn't be a bad thing, would it?
Well, if a certain person comes back to the club, I could see it happening completely.
Guys, Callum Wilson's not coming back, all right? We've talked about this.
Let's just say, if a certain person comes back, I could see us not losing a game for the rest of the season. I'm taking that. I'm having that. Right, well, yeah, just hope. Right then. So that's brilliant stuff. And just quickly then, let's get some comments in, and then we'll come back to the panel. We'll have a little chat about Leicester, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Evening all, says Mark Packman. Let's hope with having a week's training, the lads get back to winning ways on Saturday lunchtime. And on topic, actually, Mark Cooper says, can people stop dreaming and putting on Facebook that Hamer is coming back? Mark, all I'm saying is it might not be a dream. It might be a dream, but it might not be. Paul Cutterford says, we need to keep our eyes on the prize and get back to performances that will give us 3 points and push for the Prem. We should be back to full strength now with BTA hopefully back and Torp, of course. If Rudy plays, I hope he keeps the number 10 role instead of drifting out to the wing. It's been frustrating watching on the wing. Tat's runs have been reduced. Rudy basically getting in the way, although he says 3-0 to City. So there you go. Uncle Jonga says, let's get back on the horse on Saturday with a massive 3 points. 2 back-to-back games at home. Place will be rocking. Martin says, greetings from Canada. Thanks for tuning in, as always.
Good evening.
Wayne says, come on, guys, you've got this. It's only Leicester after all. Well, you've got a Leicester fan coming soon, so you can give him some pelters. 4 of the next 6 games are at home. We must win these. Mick Kelly says, let's hope that break's given the lads a new lease of life. Wayne Littlewood, evening all. Can't wait to face the scum this weekend. Massive game and really need the 3 points. Got to get over the horrible blip with others catching us up. Wright needs to step up badly, he says. Hadji's changed his hairstyle. Anything to get his head on the ball? Well, it didn't work at Stoke, did it? Martin says Jordan's assessment is spot on. You got a fan there, Jordan.
Thank you.
Robbo, I think we'll beat Leicester and this will lead into a long winning / unbeaten streak. I hope we bring in a quality, physical, speedy, attacking midfielder to finish off our January business. King Carlos, I'm still not sure about Wolfie. Lee Lishman, best time to play Leicester and Millwall. We need something to spur us into life. It's do or die. We've been sleepwalking since October. I can see lately we've started to turn up for 45 minutes just like we did under Robbins. This can be a fresh start. There you go. There is a slightly more negative comment towards Jordan, but I won't read that one.
Saw that one.
We'll have Hamer back in a heartbeat. Great show, guys. Roll on Saturday. Yang looks tricky, very light. Hope he doesn't get clattered in this league. That is always a worry. The defence is very average. Kitchen and Thomas are championship level, and that's it. Get absolutely battered in the Prem. I do agree with that, actually. I think fans will be key tomorrow. They have to keep with the team during the pressure moments, which will be inevitable. Bring both new guys wide on in the second half to run them ragged. Well, we'll talk about the team news soon. We need a backup for Grimes. Kitchen's been picking up silly yellow cards. Can't afford another defender out for a couple of games. Claudio says, sorry for not being on tonight. Had to buy a new wardrobe for the boardroom on Saturday. Yes. Shock news, breaking news. Claudio is in the posh bit on Saturday. Who's surprised? I'm not. Lee Lishman, don't think we'll get a striker unless Hadji leaves. I've been saying this for weeks, but at least a central defender and centre back. I think one of those is supposed to be midfielder. Does the panel think the early season performances were just a team in really good form, or the fact we had the best well-drilled team? Well, I've got some stats in a minute that I can show you. Sargent's on his way out of Norwich, likely heading to Toronto. I'm sure. It is Martin's. I was going to say, I thought Martin had confirmed that. It's Martin that's put it in. They've offered $18 million. Well, what's that in pounds? 4 or 5 million?
13, isn't it?
No, I don't know what the Canadian
dollar. Well, Jordan should know. He's always out in America performing. He must know the exchange rate by now.
About 13 mil. But I can't believe he'd want to go back to the MLS unless it's for family reasons. It seems an odd move, that.
Mick Kelly says, Claudio, don't you mean a new trophy cabinet? Well, hopefully. Evening all. Can't wait to come up for the M6 derby Saturday. M69. I think you missed the number out there, Steve. Going to try and fan zone, see what it's like. It's good if you want to keep warm and dry, to be fair. I'm hoping we get back to the faster transition from back to front, says Mark Rainbow. Leicester look like you can get in amongst them, but only if they don't get to defend in numbers. Dublin's too busy selling houses on TV to make a comeback. Eccles can do a job in midfield, says Frank. I think Eccles has actually been very, very good and underrated this season, to be honest. Didn't Hadji's wife give birth over Christmas? Yes, she did. Not sure when, but it was in that period.
There you go.
Surely the lads have to be up for Saturday. They must have rested as well, as I've heard nothing from City this week. There you go. Have we lost at home this season when DJ Marzi has been on the decks at Dillon's? Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Ipswich, I'm afraid. I'll tell you something, though.
Decks, are you, this week?
No, I'm not. No, I'm going to have a few beers this weekend, so please come and join me, and you might see me staggering.
That's just after one.
I just hope I don't walk through the front door and tread on my new puppy. That'd be a disaster.
You've got to love Minnie's work rate, says Mark Rainbow. Big win Saturday will kickstart our season. With some crisp finishing, we will win, says Anthony. £13 million, Martin says. First 20 games were great. 44 points from our last 20 is my target. Well, we can talk about that in a bit. A glass chiller cabinet for his prawn sandwiches, says Mark. Trevor Merriman says, I see Minnie has 1.5 million followers in South Korea. Could be good for our shirt sales. Maybe it's more money, isn't it? Eccles is becoming our Swiss Army knife midfielder recently, says Mark Rainbow.
Don't tell everyone, though, that if you've got a Monzo card, you can buy a shirt on Saturday for a penny. So don't tell anyone.
And Eccles has been excellent in midfield this year, says Ralph Wiggins. Yes, absolutely. I think he has. Just want to bring up some stats then, just before our Leicester fan gets here. Just because I don't know, it's going to be early.
I like some stats.
Well, the first two names Jordan mentioned, actually, were both BTA and Torp, who are both needing to come back into this team. Let me just get rid of that banner. These are our stats on the left when BTA plays and the stats on the right when he doesn't. And it's generally better when he does play. We score more goals. We concede less goals. We've won more games. We haven't lost at home when he's played. And we win 6 out of 9, 2/3 of our games away from home when he does play. Obviously, there was that blip against Wrexham that was just a blip in a good run. But I just wanted to highlight here that BTA really is important to this team. The goal difference in 17 games is 30, whereas without BTA, the goal difference is -2 in 9 games. This isn't 1 or 2 games we're talking about. It's 9 games here. And again, clean sheets is significantly different. I think his work rate in that number 10 role, or even when he's off the right coming back, is significant and has had a massive impact on our team. Similar stats here, but with Victor Torp. So exactly the same premise here. Again, we tend to win a lot when Torp's in the team. We don't tend to do so well when Torp's out the team. So there's only 1 game Torp has missed at home. We did win that game. But, it was Charlton, I think, at home. But he's missed 6 away games. We've lost half of them. We've only won 1 game where Torp hasn't played away from home. So again, another dynamic midfielder that helps going forward with his creativity and coming back. Again, the goals for with Torp, 53 and 22. Without, it's 14 and 7. So we're still scoring 2 goals a game, but we're conceding almost 2 goals a game. Whereas with Torp in the team, we only concede 1 goal a game. So they are 2 absolute key players for us this season that, like Jordan says, we were ready to drive BTA to Blackburn last season. And in terms of calling Torp a sick note, he has missed about 20% of the games. However, there are only 5 outfield players who have played more games than Torp this season. They're Van Ivak, Thomas, Kitchen, De Silva, and Grimes. There has been no player that plays further forward that started nearly the same amount of games as Torp. So clearly, they're both very, very influential players. And last one, we have played 4 games without both BTA and Torp. We have not won a single one of those. Drawn 2, lost 2. Forget the for and against. That bit's a bit of a cock up there. But we've drawn 2 and lost 2 in the 4 games. that neither of those have played. That just proves to me how crucial that at least one of them is in and amongst the squad for Saturday's game. What do you guys think?
Well, I was going to come to Vicky on that. You'd seen those stats there, Vic. I mean, how important is BTA, do you think, to, getting back on that pitch for us?
I think it shows, doesn't it, partly what the old adage, attack is the best form of defence, shows that whilst we're up that end of the pitch attacking, we're not conceding goals, are we? And that was a big part of our early season success. I think we were the team threatening it, and it meant that other teams were being more cautious against us, and it just made our defence more secure generally. And which one of those things, there's a lot of pressure on BTA now, isn't there? Because people are saying that he's the missing key to come back in, but it's going to take a bit of time to get up to games. And we've already seen with Rodoni, people were saying that about Rodoni before he came back in, and then because he needs to get back to full fitness, people are going, oh, he's not the same player, writing him off after a couple of games. And so you have to hope that they give BTA time to get back into the full speed of the game again, because he will, but it's not going to happen straight away. It's going to take a bit of time, isn't it? And so it's about supported. I think like Jordan said earlier, now we're top of the league, it's all in our hands. We just as a fan base just need to get behind every player that's on the pitch and just support them and get this job done. And we can play a massive part in that by being positive. And I think it's exciting to see that BTA and Torp are coming back, because I think they are integral to a successful squad. So yeah, it's all good.
I mean, Jordan, BTA and Torp coming back, if they're on the bench Saturday, it's going to look a lot stronger, isn't it? Especially with Mini on the bench and also SA.
Oh yeah, it's night and day, isn't it, from the bench at the Birmingham game? But yeah, you've got to hope they are. Going back to what I said about Torp, I love Torp, but you can't just rely on a midfield duo of Torp and Grimes, because they will pick up injuries. So that's why I was saying I think we need to strengthen there. I think Torp's amazing. Don't know why he doesn't take, why we've not been putting him, why he's taking the corners, should I say? Because when Rodoni was taking the corners, it seemed like we were a lot more dangerous from them. So that was the only thing with Torp. I love him from a dead ball, as in a free kick in a dangerous area, putting deliveries in. But with the corners, it looked like when Rodoni was taking them, and I think he was took off them because he had that aerial threat, which he seems to have lost a little bit since his shoulder injury. Now, put him back on him, because we were looking really dangerous from corner kicks. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but that's the only negative I have on Torp. I don't think his deliveries from a corner are as dangerous as Rodoni's were, but I think he's an amazing player. And BTA, like Vicky's just said, the pressure thing, you've got to give them a bit of time to get back to speed. Was it the Middlesbrough game when he did his hamstring? It's been quite a while now. He's missed quite a lot of football, and he's such an explosive player. His game relies on that explosiveness, and obviously a hamstring going, it's going to take a little bit of time coming back to the speed of the game, but certainly an amazing option. Now we've got that bit of depth. Hopefully it will just take a little bit of pressure off him, that we're not throwing him straight back in like we had to with Rodoni.
Yeah, I think with the corners, you see, I quite like Torp's corners, and I like Rodoni's corners, but I also like Grimes's corners. Yeah. So yeah, maybe they could switch it up, I think. But you're right about Torp's free kicks. I think the way he whips the ball up and down, the way he gets the ball into the box is dangerous all the time. But is it me, Jack, or have we looked a bit lost over the last 4 or 5 games with corners and throw-ins? We don't look like we've got that communication in there. It looks a bit scrappy.
Yeah, I think we have sort of maybe lost the dynamic in the fact that Torp's a right-footed corner taker. The other two are left-footers. So with Torp out the team, you've only got that left foot option of taking a corner. So it's always either going to be in swinging or out swinging, depending upon which side it is. At least with Torp, there were times that Grimes would take a couple and then Torp would take the next couple, but from the same side. So you do get a different dynamic. It throws defenders, it throws goalkeepers, because they can't always come and claim them, because it's either coming from afar or it's drifting away from them. And if that changes every 2 or 3 corners, it's always going to throw a goalkeeper and a defence. So maybe it's not that we're more or less dangerous. It's we're more predictable, so it's easier to deal with.
True.
So maybe that's something to consider.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Right, we're going to get our Leicester fan on because he's just in the background. Vicky, I think we're the odd ones out tonight. I think we all should have wore a hat. Because Jack, from the final whistle, he's here. Good evening, Jack.
Evening. How are we?
All right, not too bad, thank you. Another Jack in the hat. So there's two of you tonight. Vicky, see, we look odd out. We look daft now. We ain't got a hat on.
Well, no.
I haven't got one here to put on either. Never mind. Well, thanks for joining us, Jack. Jack's got the other Jack has got a question for you first.
Hi, Jack. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Now, I remember coming on your podcast just before our 0-0 draw earlier in the season. Took a lot of pelters from your comments. Now, we're not going to give you pelters here. But we had obviously two Cov fans, two Leicester fans in that moment. And you asked us, myself and your mate Lee, how many Leicester players would get in the Cov team. And at the time we said maybe one as Abdul Fatawu. And you were all gobsmacked. The fact that we were saying that we think only one of your players is going to get in our team. However, as the season has transpired, we are top of the table. You've been floating between the top and bottom half. And actually, our players have clearly had better season than yours so far. Is Fatawu the only player that could get in the Cov team? Maybe not even now because we've just signed two new wingers. What are your honest thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've had a shit season, I'll be honest. It's not the way I hoped. I think if I had to choose two Leicester players right now, I'd say Jordan James and Abdul Fatawu. I think that's the only two players I'd really put into the Coventry team, to be honest. If we're going on this season, then, I think they're the only two Leicester players I can really think of.
And when we played you, we were both sort of fighting around the playoffs. So the first 10 games of the season, you guys were fourth after a draw. I can't think who you played in your 10th game, but you were fourth. We'd made it to the top after 10 games, but now you're floating around sort of between 10th and 14th, depending upon if you're getting a win or a loss. What's happened to your season? How have you fallen off to go from playoff contending to where you are at the moment?
I think it's just a lack of consistency. We win one game and then go and lose about 2 or 3 on the bounce. And we've not found the consistency of the Championship at all. We've got players who are putting in half-assed performances who are not giving to the levels that we want to see as fans. I just don't think we've got that fight, that team spirit. There's certain individuals who I think, Jordan James, I think, has carried Leicester this season. Abdul Fatawu's turned up in spells. He scored some wonder goals. But if you take away his wonder goals, he's not really done much as the next players in the team. So there's been a lot of factors to Leicester's decline this season in where we'd hoped to be and where we are now. And it's been disastrous, to be honest. And we've not got a striker who can score goals. If you look at Jordan and Ayew, I think Ayew's got 5. Daka's got 1 in the league. 6 goals between them to what Haji Wright and Ellis Sims have scored for Coventry. So we're in a real mess. I think we've got a manager who he's not a top-end Championship manager, is he? And I think, when he managed at QPR, he only got him from 20th to about 15th in his time there. So, it's just, we're in a bit of a pickle. And I don't think how we see of getting ourselves out of it, to be honest, mate.
Fair enough. Well, the form table over the last 10 games, it has you 15th. It only has Coventry 12th. But then in the last 6, Coventry are 13th, Leicester are 11th. So actually, as the form table goes, we're pretty evenly matched in this game. How do you think it'll be evenly matched coming to the CBS, or are you worried about a potential Coventry side who are top of the league and could potentially turn it on?
Every game's tough in the Championship. Like, you lot are good at home, and I think since you've scored the 50th goal. What was that in your 18th game? You've not really been scoring a lot of goals since, have you? I think, like you say, you've really struggled. I think you've won 2 in the last 8 games in the league, is it now, since the Charlton victory? So Yeah, you've got to be wary of everyone in the Championship. I think as Leicester fans, we don't want to lose the game because M69 Derby brings the high stakes and we hope we turn up. I think last game when we played during the 0-0, it was very much the case that I think Leicester just edged it. If Mavididi had put his chance away, we win the game. But yeah, it's a tough game, the CBS. Obviously, we haven't won there for a number of years. I think last time we won there, Lee Peltier played for us and he scored the winner. So it's been a long time since we won at Cov. And you guys this season are top and rightfully so. You know, you've had a good season so far. I say that through gritted teeth. And no, the thing is, you lot are winning games. The games that you need to be winning to be within the top 6 this season. And Leicester come and every time we concede first, we seem to crumble a bit. So I'm hoping we get the first goal at the weekend just to calm the nerves. But no, last time we came, 3-1? We led 1-0, got a red card, and then you got scored in the last 20 minutes to get 3 goals. And I'm just hoping we don't bloody see that type of game again. That was a horror show, by the way. I had to watch that. My bloody eyes were burning afterwards. I think I was crying.
Yeah, we had the exact opposite feelings there. It was euphoria, really was. You say about your lack of goals. You've only scored. I've lost the number now. 37 goals. It's still a goal and a half a game you're averaging, but you're actually a negative goal difference. You've conceded 38 goals. Are you expecting us to score at least one on Saturday on that fact?
Yeah, we don't keep clean sheets. Before we got a clean sheet against Cheltenham, which is obviously the mighty Cheltenham League 2. The last clean sheet we kept were 20 games before that, and that were Coventry at home 0-0. So wow. we don't keep clean sheets, and yeah, there's a guarantee that Coventry will at least score one at the weekend.
And who in our Coventry team do you fear the most? Is it a key figure like a Haji Wright, or is it a Matt Grimes that's going to dictate the tempo and keep you boys away from the ball?
Do you know what? I like Sakamoto. I think he's a good player, good winger. You know, Van Uwijk, he's threatening, and he with them long throws. Haji Wright is a bit hit and miss for me. He did well at the start of the season, and then he goes missing. He's not enough consistency in it. I like Radoni. I think he's a good midfielder. Matty Grimes is good. You know what you're going to get with him. I think he's very underrated. I just think with Leicester is that midfield battle's key. And I think you just worry about bloody every player. I worry the next bloody winger that's going to run at Luke Thomas at left back, for God's sake, and where we're going to keep the ball out the net.
Brilliant. We've got a couple of comments coming in, and King Carlos says, when are Leicester getting their points deducted? Is it going to happen, do you think? Are you worried about this? Or do you think that it'll be another one of them that will just get blown over and forgotten about and no one will care?
Nah, they'll do that for Man City, not Leicester. We will get it at some point. Obviously, the Premier League, you know, they're taking the time with it. Maybe they'll see where we finish before the end of the season, then start slapping the points deduction. You know, there's been many reports, 6 points, 9 points, 12 points. I think as Coventry fans, they'd absolutely love Leicester to get a points deduction. You know, we talk about it a lot this season. I've had a lot of people come at me, Jack, man, the gap. And every time I wait at the train station, I wait for that Coventry train to go past. So, I don't know. Everyone in the league seems to keep banging on about this points deduction. If I knew, I'd tell you. But I'm probably expecting it. We have breached, haven't we? So we can't beat around the bush and say we haven't. But only time's going to tell to see what exactly the formality is regarding the hearing now. So it's supposed to have happened at the end of December, start of Jan, and we've heard absolutely nothing. And we're halfway through the month already.
I've got one. I've got a couple for you, if you don't mind, Jack.
Go for it.
I mean, this game, how are the fans feeling ahead of this game? Because obviously, you know, there is that gap, as you say, when you're at the train station. How are the fans?
You always say it on the tunnel, don't mind the gap.
How are the fans feeling ahead of this game?
Yeah, I think some fans think we're going to be watching it through our fingers. I don't think there's any confidence in the Leicester fan base at the minute regarding this game. It's a game we don't want to lose. I'd say that plain and simple. If we were playing you 2 years ago, when we were a good enough side in the Championship, we'd say, you know what, we'd go there with confidence and we'd pick something up. Obviously, we didn't end up doing that in the end, but yeah, we haven't got that team, and every team's fancying it against us this season, and Cov will be the same. It's a tricky game, but we can't afford to concede early. If we concede early, we'll just crumble like that. We're so poor. We're so lackluster on the ball. We keep giving it away. We're not winning them second. Even against West Brom. West Brom have been poor this season, but they look like prime Barcelona against us. They absolutely battered us, and we just managed to get a win over the line. So in the Leicester camp at the minute, we know how tough it will be on the weekend, but we're hoping our team in the M69 derby can take home the bragging rights.
And you know this feeling between the fans, your fan base, is it down to we've all heard about what's going on behind the scenes? Is it more that's putting the fans feeling a bit edgy, or is it a mixture of both with the performances, the manager, and what's going on behind the scenes? Because you've gone from winning the Premier League to struggling this season. I had you way up there this season. I had you, hitting the playoffs or even getting promoted. Is it down to what's going on off the pitch as well as what's on the pitch?
It's everything collectively. The performances haven't been good enough. There's just no word from the board about anything that's happening at the club. There's just been no accountability of anything. The manager's not good enough. It's plain as simple as that. But then his hands tied with what he can do at this football club. And if the board ain't backing him, it's either back him or sack him. You can't have it both ways, can you? You can't not back him and then not sack him. You've got to either do one or the other. Marty's under big pressure. I think it's a big game for him as well. If he does lose that one at the weekend, then it'd be a massive sort of nail in his type of thing at Leicester as manager. But everything's collectively at Leicester. The club's in an absolute mess. We don't know what's going to be happening next. Obviously, the fans have protested in the the West Brom game, which you'd have seen there were about 12,000 Leicester fans, and even the club put out 27,000. It's quite laughable, to be fair, but I don't know. It's one big thing collectively. We don't know what's going on. We'd like to see improvements and someone actually take control of this mess, but it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger and just keeps getting swept under the carpet.
And do you think that you've got a chance of making the playoffs? Do you think you could put a run together and making the playoffs after Saturday's game, obviously?
I think if we get a big points deduction, like a 12 or a 9, I don't think we'll be near playoffs at all. I don't think we're good enough. You look at Middlesbrough this season, they've done fantastic. Hull, Preston, they're teams who have really got that bit in between their teeth. They're up for the fight. This Leicester team isn't. There's been a lot of games this season where we've been lucky to come out with a point or even 3 points. So it shows the mentality. Do I think these players are up for the fight for a playoffs? I don't. I don't. With the Leicester fans, they don't have faith in this team. Only certain individuals. Jordan James is not going to carry us to the playoffs. When Jordan James ain't at it, Abdul Fattah can't carry this Leicester team. So there's a lot of improvement if we need to go on a massive run, and I don't see where that's going to even start.
And you say Fattah, is he the key man that we've got to look out for then this weekend, do you think?
I'd say him and Jordan James. That's the only two I'd really say.
How many are you guys bringing over? And what's the atmosphere like at away games? Because I know I've seen videos, it's been quite toxic at the King Power. Is it like the away core of fans a lot more passionate and a lot more behind the team, or is it still quite toxic?
It depends on the performances, doesn't it, and how they play. If they don't turn up for 90 minutes, then why should the fans bother at the end of the day? But, we've sold out for the weekend's game. It's one that we will be there in full voice, backing the boys. It's tricky, isn't it? The home atmosphere has been, it's not been great, I'll be honest. There's been a lot of about sack the board and all that. It's just toxic at the minute, and until we get them answers, then we don't know what's what. But away games, Leicester always travel well. We sell out every game, so yeah, we'll bring a good following. You'll hear us. Hopefully that's when we score, and if we could bloody concede, we'd be like a bloody pin drop for us, I think.
Are you coming?
I am coming, yeah. I paid that 45 quid on Klarna to make sure I was at the game.
46. You got a pound
45
admin.
plus £1.50 booking fee. 46.50 I paid.
Oh, £1.50 booking fee.
£1.50.
I've got
I'm hoping it's worth a watch from a Leicester perspective, and not. I just don't. You lot don't enjoy it as much.
You never know. If the board do leave, you never know. Gary Lineker might come and save you again.
We saved us last time, and I think quite a few places were in administration.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
we've had some tough times as a club, and then we've also had some success in recent years. But yeah, we've had a massive fall off since obviously winning the Premier League and that,
and the FA Cup. Yeah, because that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the FA Cup.
Yeah. It was a good win. What was it, 2021 when we beat Chelsea? Fantastic day, but if you look at the last, four and a bit years as a football club now, we've transpired massively. We're on a big decline, and we don't know where's next.
Yeah. Go on in, Jack.
Yeah, I've just got one more before I come to a couple of comments. You say the state of the club behind the scenes might not be great. You don't know where that starts and where that finishes. You put a tweet out on the 12th of January saying, "Nice to see the club wish the greatest Leicester City player of all time a happy birthday." They didn't wish Jamie Vardy a happy birthday, which, from even as a rival fan point of view, I think that is absolutely outrageous. That the club can say happy birthday to Johnny Evans, who was there for a couple of years, and not to your greatest servant ever, potentially. How does that make you feel as Leicester fans? Is that just proving and widening the disconnection between the fans and the club?
I think it's piss poor. And then someone come out and said the other day to me, "Oh yeah, but we only wish ex-players and retired players happy birthday, but you wish Yuri Tillemans happy birthday on his last birthday." So Jamie Vardy is the greatest Leicester player of all time. He's the GOAT, and he's won everything. He's done everything for this football club over a 13-year period. You don't get that loyalty in football these days. And Jamie Vardy's a credit to what he's done in his career at Leicester. But to not get a happy birthday, your greatest ever player at a football club, it's quite something, isn't it? To be fair, you've got probably some of the poorest players in the club's history getting happy birthday. And then when it comes to the greatest, there's just nowhere to be seen. Obviously, Vardy did leave the football club as a free agent in the end. Maybe upset a few on the way out. I don't know. Maybe a few choice of words about how the club's being ran and that at the minute. So maybe that's why. Who knows? But yeah, I was very pissed off with it that they didn't win it. Wish him happy birthday. And I know fans say, yeah, but it's only happy birthday. Yeah, but he's your greatest still player of all time. You should be admiring him for what he's achieved. You're wishing Yuri Tillemans happy birthday, and he scored that FA Cup goal. So what does Jamie Vardy get? 13 years.
Maybe you should all bring a birthday banner and
we might as well bring a giant birthday card, innit? Just pass it around the stadium.
That's it. Just put it up on Saturday. Happy birthday, Jamie.
It's on Sky Sports, isn't it? So I think it's up.
Right, I know you've got to go before 8:30, but I've got a few comments here for you.
Yeah, go on.
Liam Was says, "Well, he's not optimistic at all, so that's that. They'll win 4-0 now."
I'll take it. If you want to give us 4 goals.
Steve Price here says, Jack Leicester is really honest and fair. Obviously expected Leicester to be right up there. Both teams aren't on form, so someone needs to up their game, and hopefully that will be the Sky Blues. Mark Rainbow says, can you ask Leicester, Jack, what the support is like at home games? Are the numbers dropping? So other than the protest game, what are the numbers and atmosphere like at the moment at the King Power?
They'll drop by a couple of thousand. I won't say significantly, but then it shows that people have had enough of how things are being run and that, which you can expect. You know, you look at Coventry fans when you was under the owner who you hated in the end, who you then had to go and play at Northampton and Birmingham and that, you know. You guys didn't want to go to a game because of how the club were being ran. So you guys feel it, innit? And obviously we're feeling it right now where, you know, it's not the club it was before, which it's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? And as a fan, it's something you look forward to on a weekly basis, going to support your team and that. And if you're seeing your club being run the way it is and things are not quite right, you have the right to voice your opinion. And, you know, if you don't enjoy going to games, then I think that's what's happened here, isn't it? You know, there's been a lot of diehard Leicester fans who have just sort of like gave up a little bit because of how they're feeling. They're feeling depressed, upset and all that. And I get it as a fan, innit? I travel home and away. I feel it as well. And, you know, it's one of them. It is. And, yeah, I'm hoping somebody bloody takes control soon. And that's all I'm saying.
And has there been any talks of James or Fatawu leaving, even in this transfer window? Because the chances of playoffs are getting harder by the day, as you know.
Jordan James is on loan. We have got the obligation to sign him for £4.4 million at the end of the season, if we can afford to. And then we've got Abdul, who's been rumoured with interest from Bournemouth. I think Leicester have put the valuation down to about £30 million. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's interest this January for Abdul Fattah. I think a lot of teams would snap him up. He's a very good winger. I think he can play in the Premier League. But do we want to sell him this transfer window? That's down to the club, isn't it?
Brilliant. Yeah. And I think finally, you've had a lot of positive comments from our fans, which is very nice. You are a credit to podcasters out there. You're very fair. You're very honest. And it's great to have someone we can have a genuine conversation with as an away fan, because sometimes you do get some fans on here that see everything through tinted glasses, and it's no real addition to a podcast. So we do thank you for that. And the last question then for you is, what's the score going to be at the weekend?
2-2.
Tight but fair.
My heart says 2-1, but if you can't win, don't lose. So that's what I'm hoping for at the weekend. We don't bloody lose and we come away with something.
Desmond.
And any red cards this game?
For you lot, yeah. You know what? If you lot get the first goal and then get red carded, we can do to you what you lot did to us 2 years ago. That'd be nice. I'm just on the other foot this time.
Yeah, you wait. Someone else is going to get sent off.
Put that little nail in your little champion's hopes or whatever it is you lot have got going on at the minute. So yeah,
I'll tell you now, if the weather's like it is today, there will be a sending off on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite tasty, to be fair. It always is, the M69 derbies. There were some good challenges flying in last time, but if Leicester can actually take their chances and create enough, I think we can do something. But if we don't, and we sit off you and let you lot have the ball, I don't know what will bloody happen. I hate watching it. Martin ball, for me, is so boring. It's so predictable. And I don't know. It's people keep telling me, like, you've got the players to play Cifuentes ball. I just don't think we have. I don't think they can play that style of football. But then it's up to the players to adapt, innit? And if they can't adapt and bother trying, then every game's going to be even harder than you make it. But no, I think it'll be a good battle at the weekend between the two sides. But I'm hoping my team comes out on top.
Of course. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Jack.
I appreciate it.
And hopefully, in the nice way possible, we don't see you next season.
Well, you lot will be seeing us next season when you stay down. So,
hey, everyone said you were nice until that minute. Till that's it. You blew out the one. You blew
it. You got to fish in somehow, haven't you? You got to put that rod in the water and see who bites first.
Brilliant. Right, cheers, Jack. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Brilliant. Superb. Absolutely superb. This is an interesting one. Before we get our score predictions, Mark Rainbow's put in, we are surely due a penalty. Surely. So here's a question for you. You know where I'm going with this one. Jordan, with the form that Hadji Wright's on at the moment, and it's 0-0, with 90 minutes on the clock, we're in injury time. Okay, we're in injury time. There's 4 minutes of injury time. We get a penalty halfway through injury time. Who takes that penalty? Would you give it Hadji Wright?
You don't give it to anyone. Who grabs the ball? Who's the man who wants to step up and take it? It's all predetermined anyway. I know what you're saying. I back Hadji from the penalty spot. I do. But if Torp's on the pitch, you've got to back him from the penalty spot. We've got some good penalty takers in the team. Eccles can strike a penalty. So it all depends who wants to grab the ball and who wants that moment and who thinks they can do it. But yeah, there's a few of them on there. I'm not in the camp of just slagging off Hadji, right? Like, I know there's a lot of comments where people have just written him off completely. There's a player in there, and I know he's going through a patch at the minute. And like you said, could be something in his personal life, but slowly everyone's losing patience with him. But we've all got to stick together. We all want the same thing. You know, and I'm sure he does as well, because there might be a pretty bonus in it for him if he gets promoted with us. So let's just be honest and all just back him. And if he does pick up the ball, no heads in hands, and everyone just believe he'll do it. He can't turn around and do the Poznan.
I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
Listen, Miles, we're not getting a penalty. The refs don't give us penalties. The one at Charlton at home was it was a rugby tackle. I watch NFL.
Yeah,
it was one of them. I can't believe we're not getting a penalty. I've resigned myself to the fact that in our penalty area, anything goes. You do what you want to us. We're not getting one. Drop it. Don't worry about it. Got the ball.
Yeah, no. Arm out. A divider. Arm out. Pump.
Yeah.
No penalty. Yeah, got the ball. What about you, Vicky? Is that 92nd minute, 94 on the clock? What do you reckon?
Hadji for me. I think Hadji. I think when I was talking to Jack last week, we were talking about that. It's actually a shame we had a penalty. Him getting a penalty goal to end his drought would have been perfect. And the fact we just aren't getting penalties isn't really helping that situation. So I've got complete faith that he'd score a penalty if he stepped up, and actually would do him a favour, because he gets that goal. It takes it off his, like, that pressure off his back, and then we start to see a bit more of a free right. Because the trouble is, they start to overthink it. You saw it at Stoke. There was a couple of chances where he's just not playing naturally because he's overthinking things, and you just need that goal to sort of. So for me, Hadji, and that would be great. And hopefully at Singer's Corner, and he can go flying into Singer's Corner. Everyone's cheering him. We're all happy, and we all go home with 3 points and happy days.
Yeah, I mean, Jack, talking about the penalties. I mean, I've been watching quite a bit of the football this week, and also Premier League stuff. And I still don't think we would have got those penalty decisions with VAR, because they just don't like us. But I mean, it's got to be Hadji all day long, isn't it, for the penalty, surely?
People have got very short memories. 20 months ago, Hadji put a penalty over the bar against Southampton. 2 weeks later, the very next penalty he took was in the 94th minute at Wembley in front of 45,000 Cov fans to draw level from 3-0 down against Manchester United. There is one player that takes that penalty. If Hadji Wright is on the pitch, no one goes near him.
Yeah,
Hadji gets that, and he buries it, and we all know it.
Yeah,
simple as.
No,
when he scores one, it'll be all right. Like Vicky said, get the monkey off his back, it'll be fine. Just get one, get up and running, it'll be fine.
Well, look at Ellis.
Yeah.
Look at Ellis Sims. You know, he went on a bit of a drought. He scored a goal. He had a great game at Portsmouth, and then all of a sudden he starts banging them in, doesn't he?
You saw his whole mentality change when he scored that goal. He saw pressure come.
Yeah.
Most strikers are the same. There's very few strikers that regularly score like week in, week out. Most strikers have like little purple patches, and the best ones are the ones that get those purple patches more than they don't. But it's still purple patches. I mean, Victor went about 14 games for us without scoring, but people forget that because overall he did a great job and he was a great striker for us. But he had spells where I think it was probably about the same time actually, October to January. So very much like Hadji Wright's October to January, didn't score. Then started scoring again, pushed us up to the playoff. So yeah, once Hadji gets one, it'll be fine. And it's just like most strikers.
Mark Robbins with Mark McNulty kept playing him every week. He's going to score. Yeah. He's going to score. He's going to score. And then he went on and banged. Was it 28 goals? Wasn't it?
28 all comps.
Yeah. He didn't score up until was it November time, something like that.
He scored in the second game against Grimsby away, and then didn't score till Luton away in November. First of a 3-0 win.
November, yeah. I knew it was a long time, and then he just saying he's going to score. It's coming. It's coming, and that's what's going to happen.
And he didn't stop. 2 hat tricks.
yeah.
I don't remember the fans getting on his back anywhere near as much as we are with Hadji.
And I think he was League 2 side and he was free. That's the difference.
It's exactly what I'm saying. It's the price tag, isn't it? But he can't help that. But we're all.
I think it's probably the expectation level as well, isn't it, Jordan? Probably like the expectation level as well. Like we were League 2 then, we were in such a bad place, whereas now the expectation levels and like people are thinking, just looking at it differently, aren't they? I think as well.
I think it's because we're top. I think it's because we're top as well. It's like I still say this is worse than when we're chasing the playoff. I'm sorry, it's worse. Watching it, it's worse. It's like, Christ almighty, this is just ridiculous. This is because you're watching the game and you're like, just score. It relaxes everybody, and then the players are relaxed and they play a lot freely. When it's 0-0 and it's going 0-0, and you go, just score. Just put the ball in the back of the net, will you? It's doing me head in now. And it's the pressure, and maybe it's everything going on in his life. If he's just had a baby, well, that's just going to mess you up, innit, for a few months. You know what I mean? Hey? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to cope with a new puppy tomorrow. I don't know how that's going to go. That's going to go like having a new kid in the building, isn't it? I've already got a 120-year-old kid upstairs that makes enough noise. Should we? I know you lot want to go off and see the Traitors, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. Before we do that, let's get some scores in. Then come on, let's get some scores in. It's come to you, Jack, first.
Well, I'll come to Ken and Claudio first because we've got their scores in. So I'll just advertise it so it's out into the internet and into the world. Ken has gone for his classic 3-1 win, obviously. Claudio's gone for a 2-1 win. I am going to agree with Leicester Jack. I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be scrappy. And sometimes you need a good old scrappy draw to kickstart the season. I'm going 0-0. Going to go for a 0-0. It's the first 0-0 I predicted, I think. And hopefully that'll mean we go and demolish Millwall. But I think it'll be the kick in the arse that we need. You've not done it in a derby. You've got to go and make up for it, and we'll go on a run after this.
Well, I don't agree with that.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope you're wrong. You better be wrong. Vicky. 0-0. Brilliant. I'm getting up early, get the bus to the train station to get over there early so I can have a drink, and it's going to be a 0-0. No,
Jonas flying from New York.
And Jonas flying over from New York.
For a 0-0.
And Jack pays 46 quid for his ticket. There's going to be a lot of unhappy people with a 0-0.
£46.50.
To be fair, they'd be happier with a draw than we would.
Yes.
0-0. 0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Vicky. Cheer me up.
Well, I'm going to say we're going to win 2-1.
Oh, good girl. That's more like it. Right, let's come with Jordan.
Neither side at the minute are keeping clean sheets.
That's why it's 0-0.
3-2 Cov.
Ah,
Oh, good
but
one.
does that mean we're due a clean sheet?
It does, but I just think with the feistiness of the game, I think it could open up. This is the game that everyone's expecting it to turn on, and I think we'll come up 3-2.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go all out 5-0.
Just to confirm to the audience, Miles said 5-4 win at Blues in our last league game. And
I weren't
also,
far off.
this is the state of our points at the moment.
Yeah, and
I'm the most correct, is all I'm
So?
saying.
yeah, but you lot copy each other. You lot all copy each other's scores. I never
Right.
copy
I've
anyone's
got
scores.
0-0. I've got
I
0-0.
never copy anyone's scores.
Hang on.
You all
Ken-
copy
Ken's
each
predicted-
other.
Ken and Vicky have predicted a win in every single game this season. Me and Claudio are the only ones who have
That worked
predicted
4
draws
times.
all season. You predicted 7 losses in a row, 8 losses
Yeah,
in a row.
Yeah, why did I do that?
Superstition.
To be
Go
fair, Miles, you need to get on that game.
What
You
was
need
that?
to get on that game, Miles. That's what you need to do.
Why was it? Because we were winning.
And Miles, you started predicting losses against Leicester City.
Well, okay, I'll do it the other way around. 5-0 Leicester.
Oh,
No, I'm going 5-0. How'd you write hat trick?
I'd love it.
3-0
it would
in the
shut us
first
all up,
half.
wouldn't it? Would shut us all up
Yeah.
about Hadji.
Do you know what? I think it's brilliant. So we just got to go and enjoy the day. That's it. Simple as. Right, a couple of housekeeping things to. Have you got any more stats?
Not on this occasion.
Okay, no worries. Right, okay. So, because I know you lot want to get off to watch this silly program. Coventry City posted earlier on. We can confirm that defender Callum Perry has joined Rochdale AFC on a short-term loan. And I think, Jack, you put that in the group 2 days ago.
Not me. That was Claudio.
Or was it Claudio? There you go.
It was, yeah.
So it's a bit of late news for us, but good news, just a bit of news for everyone else watching tonight. Also, you've got your players meeting.
Yes, we've got the man himself, Hadji Wright, the hat-trick hero that sinks Leicester into the bottom half if he scores. Yes, we've got Hadji Wright, Miguel Brau. There'll be a Brau shirt to win in a raffle if you want it. Come
Why
along,
not?
it's only a tenner. Sorry?
Why not had you right?
Because we're going to get a signed Hadji Wright shirt framed and we're going to auction it at a later date. So the Brau one is to win on the raffle. Hadji Wright shirt is going to be auctioned.
I thought these two were at the Bedworth one.
Don't know.
I've changed it. Okay, so there you go. And Rob Gurney's doing the interviewing.
Yes, Rob's going to be hosting the first hour of an interview with the two players, and then Claudio and myself will be going around the audience with a bit of a Q&A. So it starts at 7:30 now. So 7 o'clock doors will open. It's only a tenner. Kids are cheap. Come on down to Racing Club Warwick if you want to meet Hadji and Miguel. Get your Spanish practice in.
Brilliant. That's enough for that. And if you want some parking, head over to Big Parking. Scan the QR code now, coventryparking.co.uk. If you want any coach travel, head over to scan the QR code now, coach travel, ccfctravel.co.uk. And I will say, it's flipping fantastic service. So good collection points as well. And Vicky, this one here, tell us a bit about it, because these guys are on the show Sunday, aren't they?
Yeah, so Jack and Ash are coming on to have a chat about their charity event. They're also going to have, they'll be raffling off a shirt. They're going to talk about that as well. And Ash is also a Millwall fan, so he'll be chatting about the game. So yeah, just a general chat about their charity event, football, and just all things cover Millwall, really.
Brilliant. Excellent stuff. Absolutely superb. And yesterday, Jordan, it was the anniversary, 8 years of my hero, Big Cyril. 8 years passed away yesterday. I remember it very fondly. And what a great player. Absolutely wonderful. Before your times, guys, I think. Don't think you guys would have seen him play, but one hell of a player, one hell of a beast. And he had a goal disallowed in the FA Cup final, which should have stood. So that's all I'm going to say about Big Stewart.
Well, the game after he passed, we beat Swindon Town 3-1, and Maxime Biamou scored an absolute screamer. So hopefully our big number 9 can channel the inner Cyril this weekend, produce the goods, and get a screamer to kickstart the game.
Brilliant. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. It's free. Or you can subscribe for $1.99 or $4.99 and you get exclusive access to the History podcast early. So you can join that if you want. Right, a few more comments quickly then, and then I'm going to let you all go to watch Traitors.
There's loads of score predictions coming in, so I won't read through all these, but Rich T says he can't call this one. Roop says, Miles sounds like my sister, 2-0 Cov. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but there you go. To be fair,
probably.
Miles has had the correct score once already. Why not twice? True, he could do it. He could.
Thank you.
Lawrence is back in the UK with West Bromwich Albion, former Derby striker winger. He's been in scoring loads of goals in Australia, so that means he's, League 2 standard? Look out for Jonah FC. Yeah.
Yes, he's flying over now. He's on the plane. We were going to try and get him live off the plane.
I don't think he's on the plane yet. I think his flight's tonight. So obviously it's only the afternoon in New York.
Oh.
So it's at 9 p.m. American time, I think. So roughly, I'm guessing. I don't know. Sorry, Jonah, I'm giving your info out. Paul Stratton, with respect, stats are great. At the end of the day, they win nothing. It's all down to who turns up on the day. Absolutely. Hats versus no hats tonight, says Sven. Cheers, Jordan. Joining in. Cov looking so Frank Onyeka from Brentford. Yeah. Oh, Dennis Lawrence, my dad says. Oh, there is a Lawrence player.
Tom Lawrence.
You're
Tom thinking
Lawrence.
No, I was confused when you said that because I was thinking I knew your dad meant Dennis Lawrence. What?
Tom Lawrence is on the way back to the UK though.
He's going to Norwich.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, that's my fault, everyone.
Unbelievable.
I read the wrong article today.
So before we all go then, Jordan, where are you gigging next that people can come and see you singing?
A lot of cruise ships, but the next local one, I've got a nice little one at former Cov player Craig Peed's place. So it's the Greens in Kenilworth. They've took it over. They've done a great job of it. It's a lovely gaff. So I'm doing that on the 25th of January. A nice chill one there. So it's nice to do. Yes, Sunday afternoon, nice local jazz vibes, relaxed. So yeah, that'd be nice. And then just here, there, and everywhere, mate.
Is it dog friendly?
It is dog friendly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm coming. Yes,
yeah.
I'm coming. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Chewy to come and see you.
Brilliant! I can't wait to meet.
Hey, and I might be able to get a DJ gig in there, mightn't I?
You would. I'll put a word in.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. And I've got to go and have a word with a certain pub for you as well. So on the 28th of January, if you want to come along, quiz night at the Duke. Yeah, so brilliant. And so what cruises are you on next then? Where's your big cruise where if anyone on here is going on a cruise?
We've got the same itinerary towards the back end of the year with Alaska again, Seattle, all with Royal Caribbean, a transatlantic, which is a really famous one on the Queen Mary. So it's an old Cunard ship. It's a really famous ship. And people do it as like if people don't like flying and they want to go New York to Southampton, it's a nice 7-day sort of transatlantic crossing. I say nice, you won't get a suntan, but it's lovely. It's like proper old fashioned ship, really nice. So yeah, I've got a couple of those coming up. We did Cape Town recently, so hopefully we'll be doing that one again. Cape Town, Namibia, around there. So yeah, all over, and then probably a few med ones thrown in for good measure. Just waiting for the Caribbean one now, and I'll be happy.
And am I allowed to ask about the thing that you told me about at Christmas that might be happening? Tour.
Yes. So I'm basically we're looking at a theatre, some theatres. So coming to a theatre near you soon. We're in talks with a couple of local ones. So hopefully around autumn time, there'll be a bit of a theatre tour, and we hopefully will get one locally rather than everyone having to travel God knows where. So yeah, let's see. And I'll keep you, I'll keep you posted, Miles.
Yeah, I know you will. I know. I'm quite excited about that. That would be good.
Great. Full orchestra.
Especially at the theatre that you might be doing as well.
I know, it'd be lovely.
It'd be brilliant. Listen,
I'll
thanks for coming on tonight.
Blue ties. I'll get the band to wear sky blue ties if we do it. There we go.
Brilliant.
Sky blue suits.
I'm not spending that money. Jeez.
just get them off. Just get them off Vinted.
Yes.
Just go on Vinted and order them. Don't matter what they look like. Just wear sky blue. All sky blue. Have you, thanks for coming on tonight, mate. Absolutely brilliant. So 25th of January at Greens in Kenilworth, and it's dog friendly.
And if anyone's from up north as well, I've got a really big show in Leeds in March, on the 19th of March, I believe it is. And look at the Bristol game. Noel Whelan sat next to me because I was singing up in hospitality, and he's coming with his missus to that one. So if there's any Cov fans up north and want to come along and have a drink and say hello, I'll be singing, and Noel will be there with his family as well. So that'll be a really good one.
Brilliant. Lovely.
Yeah.
And by the way, you didn't give us a time for Greens.
Greens is at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Usually 4 p.m.
Lovely.
I'll text
There
you.
you go. Yeah. Text me. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Well, thanks for coming on, mate. You enjoyed it?
Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's been lovely as always. Thank you very much for having me. I look forward to bumping into you all. And Sky Blues.
Play up Sky Blues. Hopefully, we'll see you at the weekend. And Vicky, you enjoyed yourself tonight, because I know you're all dying to get off and get your cup of tea ready for the traitors.
Yeah, that's all good for us always.
Good, excellent. Jack, are you watching the traitors?
No, don't have a telly license.
Good lad. Just watch
I'm serious. I don't.
Well, listen, everyone, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Webby's in from Gran Canaria, from Tenerife. Good evening, Webby. Number one Cov fan out there. He's always chatting in the room. So good to see you, Webby. Right then, so that's it then. We're off. The guy's going off to watch Traitors. Jack ain't got a TV license, so he can't. So I don't know what he's going to be doing. But I don't know what I'm going to do now.
Puppy-proof the house.
That's it. I've got to puppy-proof the house ready for tomorrow. That's exactly what I've got to do. You've just reminded me. Thank you very much indeed.
All right.
And Chewy might come and make a special appearance on Sunday to the show. So you might all get to meet Chewy. He's named after Chewbacca because he's a long-furred Yorkshire Terrier. So we've called him Chewy. So
Brilliant.
You'll get to see him. He'll make a special appearance. And we'll see you on the 25th. Jordan, me and Cheryl will come down with the dogs. We'll come and have a couple of bevies. We'll get the bus over because it drops you right outside. So we can both have a couple of drinks. Anyway, listen, that's it then for us tonight. Let's hope the Sky Blues can get back to winning ways this weekend. 20 cup final games now to get us over the line, to get us to the Premier League. And who knows what might happen this weekend. Don't forget, come down and see us. If you see us walking around, Jonah's going to be tagging along. He's flying over. Come and say hello to him as well. And a big, massive play up Sky Blues. We are top of the league. That's all I'm leaving it at. See you later, everyone. Play up Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.